Since the 1800s, we've been called the Paper Valley. I'm your Fox Cities neighborhood reporter, Kyle Langelier, on the shores of the Fox, where dozens of mills used to line the river, powering jobs, commerce, and local community. But in the late 20th century, the mills began to close one by one. But now, some of the mills have found a new purpose. Appleton began making paper in 1848. And by the 1870s, the city boasted the highest concentration of paper mills in the world, fueled by water power, nearby forests, and labor.
This was the Paper Valley. That's what we were known.
But Sheila Brooks from the Appleton Historical Society says in the 20th century, things began to change.
And it was the beginning of the end.
She tells me technology cut labor needs, global competition drove down prices, and demand shifted. Mills began shuttering, one by one. But Brooks says for her and for many of our neighbors, this history isn't in a book.
Yes, my dad worked here, and he worked for Kimberly-Clark for 47 years, and most of it was at the Atlas.
We're standing right next to the Atlas, one of the oldest mills in the valley still standing. But the Historical Society estimates only 10% of the buildings that once made paper are still around.
I like the fact that you can look at these buildings and say, it was the paper industry. This is what made our valley.
Some of the surviving buildings have a new purpose, like the Fox River Mills, which is now an apartment complex.
Area, but again, you can see with these beams, the spaciousness of this place is just, you don't see this.
Inside, the ceilings soar, beams are thick with history, and the layout is a little unconventional.
Vertically oriented.
Yes.
Dave and Bobby Goodman's home starts on the 4th floor and climbs up 4 more, a tower of history turned into a living space.
It is, you look around at the different new apartments that are being built, and you go in these places and they can be quite sterile.
Yes.
And the richness of this place is just incredible.
While most of the old mills are gone, some sit quiet, but a few have found a new life. They once powered industry. Now they're powering culture. Apartments, restaurants, a bookshop. So you could say that the next chapter of these surviving mills is already turning. In Appleton, Kyle Langelier, NBC 26.